experiment 12 and 13, okay? Our doing in lab is experiment 12. Experiment 13 is about thin layer chromatography. So we'll talk about that today, and you're going to use that in lab. But what you pre-lab is experiment 12, okay? You'll have a quiz this week. Next week, your experiment 8 and 11 report is due, all right? And that's going to be another big guy. It's worth 75 points, okay? You should get your GC data. So we've run all the GC samples from last week. You should get your GC data from your lab prof this week if you haven't already done so, all right? And they will somehow convey to you standard GC retention times. Stick to those times. So like if you have a friend in Thursday lab and you've lost yours and you're in Tuesday lab, you want to stick to the Tuesday lab times because they are just slightly different between Tuesday and Thursday, okay? So stick to the times that your lab prof sent you versus, you know, someone else has maybe something slightly different, all right? It has to do with when the standards were run and what those standard retention times then were, okay? So we're not even to Thanksgiving yet, but we're going to talk about final exam here because next week is the last wet lab we are going to do this semester, okay? Because we have next week, we have Thanksgiving, and we have the week before finals, okay? So next week, I will be giving you your practice exam because the following Monday, which is the last Monday we meet for pre-lab lecture, we're going to go over that practice exam, all right? So another, in line with the practice exam is that the final exam is the Thursday of exam week from 9 to 11 a.m. So we will all gather together at the same time for that exam because it's in the exam time of this lab lecture, all right? And then, like I said, next week I'll get that to you. Couple other things. I sent to you guys last week an email about student employment. If you're interested in student employment for the spring with the chemistry department, make sure you fill out that application and it'll get immediately fed back to Dr. Hawk, who's the lab director, okay? The other thing is I've got to deal with waitlist information this week for the organic labs for spring semester for the 256A and B labs, okay? So I will try and, it's a big puzzle. I put everybody together as best I can and get everybody a spot. Then I send the information to the registrar's office, okay? So I don't actually get you into the lab. I just send information to the registrar's office. Then the registrar's office will send you information and you have to follow their instructions or you won't get added to labs through the wait list. Okay? So make sure that if you are given permission to add to a lab through the wait list, that you follow the registrar's office instructions, which includes you have to go to the registrar's office next Monday or Tuesday, okay? So make sure you follow those instructions, otherwise you won't be added through the wait list process, and then starting next Wednesday, it's just wide open for drop add, okay? So just make sure that you follow whatever information you get from the registrar's office, follow their instructions, okay? All right.